Hey guys, in this tutorial video, you're going to learn how to orthographically project a circular lamina. Let's look at the question, note down the data one by one, and let's start solving this problem. So here we have the data from the question that we read just now. So in this problem, the lamina given is a circular plate with negligible thickness. When it is negligible thickness, the circular plate becomes a two-dimensional plane. Now, as usual, when we draw the first position, you need to answer two questions. Remember it, whether you need to draw it in VP or you need to draw the plane figure on HP. Now, in order to identify that, you can go on reading the question. This lamina is having a diameter of 50 mm and it rests on HP. When the lamina rests on HP, you must draw the plane figure on HP itself, that is below the line. The diameter given here is 50 mm, so we'll take the radius of 25 mm in your compass and you can draw a circle on the horizontal plane. Mention the diameter given as 50 mm in this problem. Locate the center. Now we do not have any corners to name in this circle, but in order to project it by applying the conditions one by one, it is required that we must have some reference points in order to shift the circle from one position to another and then proceeding with respect to the given conditions. So what we do when we have a circle problem is we are going to divide this circle into equal number of parts. There is no rule that you have to divide it into 4 parts, 2 parts or 8 parts or 16 parts. It all depends on you. But the best number to divide the circle in plane surface is going to be 8 numbers. Now let us divide the circle into 8 number of parts. As we know, the total angle of what you find here for a circle will be 360 degrees. So divide that into 8 parts. So we need to draw 45-degree lines continuously so that we get 8 parts equally divided. So now it is divided into 2 parts. Now it is divided into 4 parts. Use a protractor, mark a 45-degree line on both the sides. So now we have divided the circle into 8 number of equal parts. Remember, only the lamina should look dark. All these lines what you have drawn to divide the circle should be drawn with thin lines. Because this is nowhere related to the plane, we are generating these lines only for our reference to project the circular lamina in the next positions. So you can name them right from the first point, but before naming it, let us look at the question. It says that the lamina rests on point A on the circumference. According to the drawing procedure that we do in the previous problems, the reference point, whether it is resting on edge, resting on corner, we always used to keep it on the left side. Now this is resting on a point and the name of the point is also mentioned as A. So we will name this point A on the left side of the circle. That completes the top view of the circle. Now if the lamina is looking like plane in the top view, it must look like a line in the front view. So let us draw projection lines from all the points that we have got here. Above A you will get A dash and likewise. So this is point A. Above A you will have the front view of point A, that is going to be A dash. Looking from bottom to top direction, the first point is B. On the same line we will also find H. So B and H will be together, but H dash should be in bracket because it is behind B. Do not forget to darken the front view of the lamina. So the front view has to be drawn from the leftmost point to the rightmost point of the circle. The leftmost point is A, rightmost is E. So connect a line for front view from A dash to E dash. So we have done with the first position. Let us look into the next condition that we need to implement in the second position. So if you just have a look at the given conditions, we have a circular lamina, 50 mm diameter, rests on HP on point A. All these things are done. So we have one condition with HP and one more condition with VP. Which condition to be taken first? You just refer the first position where you have drawn the plane figure. So in this particular solution, we have done the plane figure in the top view because the lamina was resting on HP. So where you have the plane figure, take the condition with respect to that plane and implement it in the second position. So plane is on HP, take the condition with HP first. So when you have angle with respect to HP, that is plane itself is inclined at 45 degree to HP. Angle HP, you are going to draw that in the opposite plane, that is VP. Right now in VP, the plane is looking like a line which is at 0 degrees because it is horizontal. So in the next position, we need to incline this at an angle of 45 degrees with respect to XY line. Do not forget, make sure the leftmost point still rests on the XY line because the lamina is resting on point A, which means that when you go ahead in the second position, the first thing you do is mark the point A dash. From here you can draw a 45 degree line. You can use a protractor, draw a 45 degree line with respect to XY line. The leftmost point, that is A dash, should be touching XY line only. Use a compass, measure all the remaining distances and plot it in the second position. Join this with a dark line from A dash to E dash. While the measurements are taken, make sure you refer the point A dash to B dash, then you draw the arc from A dash to B dash. Next, when you take the arc from B dash to C dash, remember to take the measurement from B dash. Do not make a mistake measuring from A dash, it will go wrong. The same distances has to be projected in the next position. Now to complete the top view, draw projection lines from every point. When you start from A dash, draw a vertical line till it reaches the horizontal line from point A. So this will be the new point A. Do the same for the remaining points. Now in the second position, the circle looks like a ellipse because the plane is looking like the original shape only when it is parallel to the XY line. Now it is inclined at 45 degrees. The circle will now look like a ellipse. To draw an ellipse, you can't use a compass or any other instrument. It is advisable to join these points with a freehand sketch so that you get the ellipse. Connect with curves with a smooth hand and you will get the ellipse. This ellipse should be drawn with a dark line only. Once the top view is completed, you can refer the given data. So plane is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. Next we have one more last condition, that is the something is making 60 degrees to VP. If you read the question completely, that is the given data, the top view of diameter passing through the resting point. So in fact, the diameters that you will be able to draw for a circle are going to be infinite. You can draw infinite number of diameters, but here it is given that the top view of the diameter passing through the resting point. So the resting point here will be identified by looking at the second position. You can see A dash is on XY line, so the resting point is A dash. So the diameter passing through this resting point A dash is going to be AE. Now do not forget, before you go to the third position, it is important to check whether you are going to get any apparent angle or not. So since we are going to incline it into the top view, you need to check whether you are going to have beta or not in this particular problem. So if you read the question on the given data again, the top view of the diameter, so it is mentioned as top view. Either top view or appears to be is given in the question. I have told you in the previous videos also, if any of these are given, the given angle itself is nothing but the apparent angle. Now if you check the length of the diameter in the first position and in the second position, in first position you will find it as 50 millimeters A to E, and in the second position the diameter would have been reduced. Here it is 37 millimeters. So since the diameter is reduced, you need beta angle here for the third position. Whether to find it or not, no, it is not required to find out because the beta is directly given in the question as 60 degrees. So since the angle is given with respect to VP, we need to draw that in HP. HP is found below the line. So draw a 60 degree line with respect to XY line. I have told you it is not mandatory that the 60 degree line should touch the XY line. So you can use a set square. Keep one of the edges parallel to the XY line. This corner will give you 60 degrees and draw a 60-degree line. Now what should be inclined on this 60 degrees is the top view of the diameter passing through the resting point. So resting point is A, then the top view of that particular diameter, the diameter which we have chosen according to the names, is AE. So this AE from the second position, not from the first, from the second position has to be inclined at 60 degrees over here. We will mark one of the point if this is rotated in this manner. So I am going to have point A over here. You must draw this 60 degree line in such a way that the ellipse does not overlap with the second position, neither it overlaps to the XY line. You must have enough space to draw the ellipse. If you feel that this space is not sufficient, you can draw the 60 degree line just ahead also. So measure A to E using a compass and cut the arc over here. This intersection will give us the point E. Like previous problems, the other points has to be brought up over here using arc method. I'll show you for a couple of points. All the points should be measured from the first 2 points that we have marked, that is A and E. So I am measuring from A to B. In fact, if you measure A to B and A to H, both will be of the same distances, right? So as we cut the arc below, you can cut the arc above also, because below A will get B, above A will get H. The next measurement should be taken from E till the point B, and it will be the same distance over here for H also. E to B and E to H will be same. These two intersections can be named as B and H. We'll repeat the process for the remaining points. Now we need to project the ellipse over here for the third position. We need to use again a freehand sketch of drawing a smooth curve to connect these points and form the ellipse. Depending on how smooth you draw the curve, you will get a more appealing ellipse. Anyhow, the thing is that it should be connected with the curve. Now all the conditions are applied. The last thing we do is connect the top view to the front view with the help of projection lines. Draw a line from A till it reaches a projection line from A dash, that is on XY line. So this point will be the new point A dash. Do the same for remaining points. And we get all the points in the front view by drawing the projection lines. Again, these points has to be connected with a smooth curve using your freehand sketch. Do not use scales and join it because it is not a polygon. You need to draw a curve only. It comes by practice. As you practice, the curve what you draw will become smooth. And that will complete the solution for this problem. Now let us look into another circle problem. Try to understand the different types of conditions that will come into picture. Here we have the question. Let's note down the data and learn how to solve this particular problem. In this problem, we have a circular lamina 50 mm diameter. It is standing in the sense it is one and the same as resting, because in all other questions we'll find it as rests on. Here it is given as standing on. One of its points on the rim. The meaning of rim is nothing but circumference. So where we need to draw the plane figure whether on VP or HP, you go on reading the question. The lamina makes 45 degrees to HP. the lamina makes 45 degrees to HP, you must draw the plane figure on HP itself. Or it is also given it is standing on one of its points on the rim on HP. So we need to draw the plane figure on HP. Either you can refer this data or the lamina inclination. The lamina inclination is with respect to HP. So plane figure has to be drawn on the horizontal plane. So we will draw the circular lamina below the XY line. 50 mm diameter, take the radius of 25 mm in your compass. Locate the center, and we do not have any corners to be named, but since it is a circle, we need reference points, and we will divide this circle into 8 equal parts. 8 equal parts can be divided by drawing 45-degree lines throughout the circle. Draw the front view of the plane with a dark line. The plane is looking like a line in the front view from A dash to E dash. That will complete the first position of the problem. Now looking into the next condition, we need to incline the lamina at 45 degree to HP. So we have one condition with HP and one condition with VP. We will take the condition with HP first because the plane figure is drawn on the horizontal plane. So lamina has to be inclined at 45 to HP. Angle HP, you draw it in the vertical plane. So right now in vertical plane, the plane is looking like a line at 0 degrees. Take this same length of the plane and incline this line at an angle of 45 degrees. And while doing it, mark one point, that is the leftmost point, and name it first, that is A dash. From here you can draw a 45 degree line. Take the distances using a compass and cut the arc in the second position. That completes the second position, front view. The lamina inclined at 45 degrees. To get the top view, draw projection lines from every point and connect it with horizontal projection lines from the previous position top view. Locate the points properly by locating the projection lines that you have drawn. So this is B and B dash. Now we have got all the 8 points. Join them with a smooth curve using a freehand sketch. So in this given data, as we are done with the circular lamina making one of the points on HP, we have done with lamina at 45 degree to HP. The last condition is that with respect to VP, something is parallel to VP. If you read it from the beginning, the diameter at right angles to the diameter passing through the resting point. So we need to take the diameter which is at right angles, that is 90 degrees, to another diameter which is passing through the resting point. So according to the sketch that we have drawn, the resting point is one that is on the left, that is point A. Or you can also refer it in the second position, the one that is on the XY line will be the resting point. Diameter passing through the resting point A should be AE, right? So take this diameter AE and refer that diameter which is perpendicular to this diameter AE, because we need to take the diameter at right angles to the diameter which is passing through the resting point. Diameter passing through the resting point is AE and the diameter at right angle to AE is going to be CG. So the condition given here with respect to CG is that this diameter has to be made parallel to VP. Some condition with VP, it will be satisfied in the opposite plane, that is HP, right? So what is the current position of this diameter CG in HP? We have the CG vertical. CG is at 90 degrees in the first position as well as in the second position. Now remember, before you go to third position, you need to check whether any apparent angle appears or not. When does an apparent angle appear? When the length of that particular element with respect to what the condition is given with respect to, if that length is changed from first to second position, then an apparent angle exists. So in this case, the element that we need to check here is CG, because the condition here parallel to VP is with respect to the diameter CG. Let us check the length of CG in first and second position. Here it is 50 millimeters. And it remains as 50 millimeters in the second position. So there is no need to draw any beta angle or find any beta angle in the third position. All that is given here is we need to make this CG parallel to XY line over here. So it is perpendicular, we will make it parallel in the next position. So here I have drawn a parallel line. On this parallel line I have to mark these points C and G. I will select one point, name it as C. Measure the distance using a compass from C to G and cut the arc here. So this intersection will be G. Bring all the remaining points with the help of arc method using the compass. The points that we know here are C and G, so measure all the points from C and G only. So the distance from C to B will be same as C to D. So let us cut two arcs above as well as below. The other measurement has to be taken from G, so measure the distances of point B and D from G. So the distance of G to B will be same with G to D. So where it intersects, these points will be, imagine you are rotating the ellipse in this manner. So points B, A, H will come above and D, E, F will come below. Repeat it for the remaining points. Join these points with a smooth curve again to get the ellipse in the third position. That will complete the top view of the third position. From here we need to draw projection lines to the front view and connect it with horizontal projection lines from the second position. We have got all the points by drawing projection lines. Connect them with a smooth curve again, that will complete the solution. That gives the solution for the problem. Let us look into another circle problem where the conditions are quite different. We have a circular lamina which is going to appear like an ellipse in the front view. Let's note down the data and understand more about the question and try to solve this problem. This problem we have a circular lamina, but the diameter of the circular lamina is nowhere mentioned in the question. If we read through the question, the circular lamina is inclined to VP. So the lamina here is circle which is inclined to vertical plane, which means that we are clear for the first position, the question that we asked whether to draw on VP or HP. Now it is clear that since the lamina is inclined to VP, we need to draw the plane figure on VP itself. But the diameter of the circle is not mentioned anywhere. Let us read the question ahead. The circular lamina appears in the front view as an ellipse of major axis 30 mm and minor axis 15 mm. So the ellipse dimensions are given because if you take an ellipse, the ellipse is always made up of two axes. One will be major, one will be minor. Major axis is the one that is having a larger dimension, while the minor axis will be the one that is having the smaller dimension. According to this given data, the dimension of the ellipse are given that major axis measures 30 mm and minor axis measures 15 mm. So this is the second position that we need to draw in the front view. So what will be the first position? First position should be the original shape of the lamina. The original shape of the lamina is circle. Since the lamina is looking like ellipse in the front view of 30 by 15, obviously in the first position the lamina should be of diameter 30 only. This 30 millimeter reduces to 15 millimeter in the horizontal direction because of the inclination to the vertical plane. Hence, the diameter of the circle is identified as 30 millimeters. So, let us draw a circle of 30 millimeters diameter in the vertical plane. Diameter is 30 millimeters. We will take the radius of 15 millimeters using a compass and draw it on the vertical plane. So we are done with the circle of 30 millimeter diameter. Let us locate the center and divide this circle into equal number of parts. Now, I have told you in the previous circle problems also, it is not mandated that you have to divide it into 8 parts or 12 parts. Here, since the dimension of the circle is very small, 4 parts is more than sufficient to generate the ellipse in the next position. So let us divide this into 4 equal parts. So we divide the circle into 4 equal parts. We'll name them, since this is VP front view, we'll name it as A dash. Do not forget to mention the diameter of the circle. Now that the front view is done, let us generate the top view by dropping projection lines. If plane is looking like a plane in the front view, it's going to look like a line in the top view. So below A dash we'll have point A. Seeing from top, first point is D and next is B, and here we have C. Draw the top view with a dark line for the length of the lamina, that is from A to C. Now this completes the first position of the lamina. In the second position, the question says the lamina is going to appear as an ellipse in the front view. So we need to draw an ellipse in the second position such that the horizontal dimension reduces to 15 millimeters, because the ellipse dimensions are given 30 mm major axis and 15 mm minor axis. So here this length of 30 millimeters will reduce only when we incline the lamina in the opposite plane. So in the next position, this line has to be inclined at some angle which we do not know, which we will identify by drawing the ellipse first over here. The major axis is 30 millimeters, so we can draw 2 horizontal lines from already drawn circle. Draw on vertical axis and draw one horizontal axis. This axis is only for your reference. This will be the center of the ellipse, from where we have to measure the dimension of major and minor axis. Since the vertical dimension is 30 millimeters, already it is marked 15 and 15 millimeters. Half it will be there on either side. So the minor axis can also be marked by taking half of the dimension of the horizontal dimension, that is 15. So from the center it is going to be 7.5 towards right and 7.5 towards left. Let us measure it. Now remember, in the scale that you use, we cannot measure 0.5 millimeters, but you can place the point approximately between 7 mm to 8 mm and we'll take it as 7.5 millimeters. So now we have got the 4 points of the ellipse, which we can join it with a smooth curve. So the leftmost is A dash. Join this with a smooth curve so that we get the ellipse in the second position. If you are not able to draw a freehand sketch with 4 points, you can generate more than 4 points, that is 8 points, and continue the same way of drawing it. Now the front view in the second position is completed. We need to drop the projection lines. In the first position, the length of A dash C dash was 30 millimeters, but whereas here it is reduced to 15 millimeters. Now drop the projection lines from all the 4 points to the top view. The leftmost point, that is A, is going to be a fixed point, so we will name that one as A. So the remaining points, the length of the line can be measured with a compass and cut an arc on this particular line that is coming from C dash, which is the rightmost point in the drawing. From A to C, and below A dash we have A. Similarly, below C dash we must find the point C. We have taken the measurement from the first position and cut an arc in the second position. So where it intersects, that will be the point C. Join A to C with a dark line And we see here the lamina is inclined at some angle so that the circle looks like an ellipse in the second position. Now while you are drawing, do not directly take the angle, follow the procedure accordingly so that we will be able to find out that angle. That angle should be found out, not memorized or copied. In between A to C we have another 2 points, that is DB, which will be found on the projection line of DB, which falls somewhere here, which is D and D. Measure the angle using a protractor 56 degrees. I tell, depending on the accuracy of your drawing, you will have 1 or 2 degrees on either side. If we just have a look at the given data, we have drawn a circular lamina inclined to VP such that the front view appears as ellipse with major axis 30 and minor axis 15 mm. We have done with that. So the last condition is that the major axis is parallel to both HP as well as VP. Now according to the procedure of drawing, what we do here, lamina has a major axis, that is B dash D dash. This B dash D dash is already parallel to the vertical plane. Right, this major axis B dash D dash is already parallel to the vertical plane. So the only condition that remains here is we need to make this major axis parallel to horizontal plane. So the major axis here is B dash D dash. Condition HP will be drawing it in the vertical plane. In the vertical plane, if you have a look at the major axis, that is B dash D dash, it is right now vertical, that is perpendicular to the XY line. We need to make that B dash D dash horizontal in the next position. You can draw a horizontal line, mark the point. If I am rotating it like this point will come over here. The other point known now is D dash. So measure from B dash to D dash. Cut an arc over here. This intersection will be D dash. You can find A dash and C dash with the help of arc method itself. Measure B to A, B to C. In fact, B to A, B to C, D to A, D to C, all will be of same dimensions. So you can keep the compass needle at B dash. Cut one arc above, cut one arc below. Keep it at D dash, cut one arc above and cut one arc below. Where it intersects, these points will be once again we need an ellipse in the front view. So now we have the ellipse in the condition such that the major axis is parallel to the horizontal plane. Major axis is B dash D dash, and you see that it is parallel to the XY line at the moment. Now to generate the final position, you can draw projection lines from all the 4 points. Start from A dash till it touches point A. Hence we get the new points A, B, C and D. Join these 4 points again with a smooth curve that will give us the final position of the lamina. That completes the solution for this problem. For any doubts or clarifications, you can drop a comment or contact me through my mail ID.